These are your special brothers.
Yeah, you were recording that.
That's getting turned in. Okay. This is Joshua Plumeritas' persuasive speech for SPD 110 at CVCC. Now, we've all heard from one time or another the argument back and forth between paper and plastic. Doesn't really seem to be much of an argument that plastic is more convenient, but paper is much better for the environment. Neither of those really may be the case. Slate.com tells us that plastic bags take approximately 500 to 1,000 years to break down in a landfill. And the problem is that they don't biodegrade, they only photodegrade. And that process takes a very long time. It actually has to do with sunlight. The problem there being that most landfills cover the garbage in dirt very frequently, which blocks out any chance of UV rays breaking down the plastic. MSNBC.com tells us that the average four-person American family will use about 1,500 of these bags every year. So if you want to spread out 1,500 bags per four-person family per year for 500 years before that first bag starts to break down, we've got a lot of full landfills. Luckily, 500 years is only an estimate because plastic bags have only been around for about 50 years. Now, there are a lot of people who will say that paper bags are just infinitely better for the environment. There is a group in Colorado called Better Bags Colorado recently published an article about paper bags, and they may not be so wonderful as we think. On average, it costs about 60% more energy to produce paper bags over plastic bags. And on top of that, you have a lot more air pollution, which is kind of interesting. I know we usually think that since plastic bags are based in oil that they would create more air pollution, but it's not true. Paper bags also, according to Better Bags Colorado, have about 50 times more of the impact in water pollution. I don't think that's acceptable by really any stretch of anyone's imagination. So if plastic bags are not acceptable and paper bags are not really acceptable either, well, there needs to be some type of alternative, something better, something that we can do instead. So I submit that the answer would be permanent, reusable, non-disposable grocery bags. These bags tend to be a lot sturdier. They last quite a long time. They're actually very well insulated, so they're much better for any type of refrigerated groceries you might need to purchase. And they're really not that expensive, costing about $1 at either Walmart or Kroger. Now, that being said, if you can buy one of those at Kroger, then they may save some money on plastic bags or paper bags for you, and possibly maybe even pass that savings on to you later. So there seems to be all kinds of economical reasons to do it, not to mention the fact that, once again, they last for a very, very, very long time. It costs just maybe a few pennies a day, or a few pennies a bag to produce each type. Well, the problem being that when you add up 1,500 bags per family per year, you get into the millions and millions of dollars, not to mention the resources. Better Bags Colorado also tells us that it only takes about 14 plastic bags to drive your car for a mile, basically, with the amount of oil that's in it. And then you also have issues like there are about 11 billion paper bags a year used, taking about 14 million trees. Once again, we get into issues where this just doesn't seem to be an acceptable level for impact on the environment. So next time you're at the checkout line and you're thinking to yourself, paper or plastic, remember that you can have a much better solution when you buy a permanent, reusable, non-disposable grocery bag.